Some are arguing recently that that expensive, ultra-powerful smartphone you've been lusting for is on its deathbed. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jayce, what the F? If you look at the last round of flagship releases, it's difficult to see where the innovation is. We haven't seen many compelling new features in the last few years. The flagship lineup has started to look pretty homogeneous, and almost everyone owns a smartphone now. When the market stagnates, one of the few remaining options for manufacturers looking to stand out is to drop prices. The average selling price for an Android phone has plummeted from $441 in 2010 to $254 last year. That's partly because of the abundance of budget Android smartphones on the market. The platform has improved, and hardware has reduced in price dramatically over the last few years. Budget phones are now perfectly usable, and some mid-tier offerings in terms of price are competing with the high-end flagships also in terms of specs. Now that's all great news, right? More money in the pocket of consumers. You're now more likely to be smart and buy a phone off contract and not get stuck in those 2-year crazy contracts where you end up spending more money than if you did if you bought the phone off contract. That's good. Now what about the cons? Actually, I've been thinking about it and I can't think of any real negative side effect to this. One might argue that there's less money for research and development, but I just don't buy it. It's just good news all around. The fact that a flagship premium phone costs more than my laptop is utterly ridiculous. Prices are coming down, and that's a good thing. Now, to buck this trend, manufacturers are going to have to do something innovative, something to distinguish themselves and at least begin to justify those premium prices. Samsung has done it somewhat well. The innovative curved display design of the Galaxy S6 Edge led to better sales than anticipated. Apparently, Samsung expected the normal S6 to outsell the Edge significantly, but it didn't. Considering the Edge was also more expensive at release, there's clearly still a hunger for sexy new devices that innovate. It will be interesting to see what happens with the S6 Edge Plus, as it combines both trends of big screens and the Edge design. And now it is the most expensive smartphone in Samsung's lineup. I don't think it's rocket science to predict what's likely going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years. Chinese manufacturers are going to continue to provide almost the same power and features, but in much cheaper phones than compared to Samsung, LG, and Sony, for example. And those premier manufacturers are going to have to stay ahead of the game with premium devices that do something different. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, Android Army. My name is Jayce. Love to connect with you for real in Google Plus or Twitter, and I follow you in the comments below. You don't want to forget about my brothers and sister in Android who are working super hard to be your source for all things Android.